Here we go, streaming Endless Sky again. Our pilot, Gremlin, Blue Gremlin. The ship currently using the Sting, a massive freighter, completely unarmed, but good for looting um, uh, large alien ships. We are in the Sedalmalik system, a Quarg system on Humanica. And we just jumped here with our jump drives. Now, uh, I think it's time to change back from a giant freighter as a uh, flagship. Let's get all of the flagship items off of it. The grenades. Excuse me, the pulse rifle, the thermal repeater rifles, the security stations, the antique rifles, the blaster pistols, the dual pulse pistols, which are excellent combat weapons, the ion flashbangs, which are good defense weapons, and the sniper rifles. Well, we never bought the local map for the Quark systems. I don't think there's anything that we haven't seen, but always good to have. All right, so let's go back to now having this luxury liner, the Echo, a high centipede luxury liner as our flagship. And we are going to install all of these things that we uninstalled. Do we have room? We don't have room for. Well, we do kind of. Let's uh, put those in cargo, and then we'll install our two security stations. Security stations add tremendously to capture defense. We're going to be capturing some serious ships, those big Korath ships where we got all of the alien tech. One of those, the big one, the Rana wreck, is our target for being a flagship. Carries 4 fighters, large cargo, lots of uh, bunks, um, but it is a hard nut to crack. We're certainly not going to do it with a centipede space liner. So we're going to go to another alien race, clear out here, called the Coalition. And to get there, they also have some uh, outfits which will be very helpful for increasing our jump drive range. Um, Okay, what do they need there? They need industrial. I'm going to hire full complement crew, and they need industrial. And that's what we'll do. So we're going to a pirate planet that we have dominated. Everybody gets there at the same time, which is very nice. I don't think there's anything in the uh, outfitter here that we particularly need or want. A map, of course. All right. And next jump, they have a marauder gang is gaining too much power. 750,000 is not really worth it for us. The only mission is untaxed wine to glaze. I don't mind hauling untaxed wine. So let's do that. Let's take some metal, which is selling at 300 per ton. Glaze. Landing. Find the contact at the edge of the spaceport. Your cargo of untaxed wine is removed from your ship, and you collect your payment of 22,000 credits. One of the things that you would probably negotiate is keeping a case or two of the untaxed wine for your own uh, mess, kitchen, uh, restaurant, cafeteria the on your ship. Captain of the Carnival Genie will pay you to and deliver 31 tons of polymerizing agents. Oh, chemical. Do we have any other? No? Well, that's where we want to go to. So let's take both of those. We'll have to wait for that guy to catch up to us. What do we have here for rush lasagna delivery? Somebody ordered 15 tons of lasagna at Charon Station. That's probably 80 pounds for everyone who lives there. So that seems odd. 206 industrial. All right. Wait for the client to catch up. I really don't want to own a bunch of ships, but might as well. That's a grapper. All right. Captain of the Carnival Genie thanks you for escorting them. Drop off your cargo, and we got a bunch of little ships that are just going to sit there. So we are going to take some items that are very low priced here and some that are low priced. And some that are just medium. And we will take them with us. We're not going to take a crew because we're not going to be doing any combat. So we're going to jump out into this space and see where we can go from there. Right, and you can see that we've got all kinds of strange alien ships here. It's an empty system. We can jump clear out here, so let's do that. We're in the system known as Silver String. And there is a planet here, but it's restricted, so let's make another jump. Let's just jump right over here. And this is Far Home, Friendly Shipyard and Outfitter. So let's land at Far Home. Alright, this planet seems to be inhabited by at least 3 different sentient species. Uh, First are giant beetles, about a meter tall, who scurry quickly toward your ship and swarm around it, gawking at you as soon as you land. The second species, even more disturbing than giant beetles, are giant spiders. And the third species are centaurs. Not just something vaguely resembling centaurs. They look like they could have stepped right off the pages of the storybooks from ancient Earth. One of the spiders walks up to you, stretching its legs to raise its face and many eyes to the level of your own face, and says something to you in a gloopy sort of burbling language that you don't understand. The beetles, meanwhile, are talking to each other in a different language, all clicks and chittering, and the centaur stands quietly at a distance and keeps glancing back toward the spaceport, as if waiting for someone. And eventually, someone does arrive: a beetle, a spider, and a centaur, all wearing yellow armbands, small triangle shaped metal headpieces, and some sort of electric box hanging on a chain around each of their necks. They walk up to you, and the centaur speaks. After a brief delay, the box around its neck says, "In the name of the Heliarchs, who drove out the oppressors, who maintain peace, we the human visitor greet." Thank you, or how do you know my language? They don't know my language. There isn't a friggin' translator box. Thank you. Speaking through its own translation box, the beetle says, "To the seat of the," oh, speaking through its own translation box, the beetle says, "To the seat of the Heliarch government must you go. Once to the Heliarchs you have become known. In many ways to our society contribute you may." The centaur pulls out a map printed on a thin sheet of plastic. You recognize it as a star map of this region. Lines mark out 3 different territories, and where they meet there are 3 star systems colored yellow. The centaur points to the southernmost of the 3. "Where you must go, here it is," they say. "Thank you, I will go there." Let's find out more about them first. Can you tell me more about yourselves first? The spider says the wise heliarchs all your questions they will answer. Eventually, the crowd disperses and allows you to visit the spaceport, although no one offers you any jobs or their opportunity to buy anything but basic commodities. Perhaps you need to register with the heliarchs first. So, spaceport, nothing. That the streets here were too narrow for us Arachi, I had heard, but so no problems so far I've had. Okay, let's go to the outfitter. There's, the only gun they have is a mineral collection and sorting extraction unit. Uh, they have hyperdrives. They have these shield modules and small repair modules, which seem to be, you combine two of those and you get a systems core. They have a cooling device. All of these require a coalition license to buy. They have a cooling device which does pretty high active cooling but uses some energy but is small. And they have these fuel modules which in a mere 19 outfoot space they hold fuel capacity of 400, which the best we can do is 20 holding 300. And the fuel processor is 14 holding 200. So we're going to add fuel modules to everybody for sure. They do have, and we can't buy them now. They have some power and they have some amazing batteries. So we're definitely going to give everybody their batteries. Um, they do have decent reverse and thrust and steering modules. Their engines are pretty good. They don't have any hand weapons at all. So let's buy the local map. And we can't buy any of this stuff yet. We need a license. Hopefully we'll get one when we go to, oh, this place here. So let us go. And they are paying best for medical. So let's sell all our stuff. Looks like not making a profit on some of it. We'll hang on to that. We'll sell all the stuff that's making a profit and we'll buy medical. And here we go. A strange creature is following your engine trail. Soon after you notice this, more of them appear. Yes, these are bad. These are plasma parasites. I took them all out. Didn't lose any ships, but it was a near thing. Those things blow up pretty loud, I would say. Wow. Gotta watch out for those. Okay. And my poor old Geochorus is a little lost. Let's make the jump. And land. The Ring of Friendship, of course. What else is in this system? That's it. Just the Ring of Friendship. It's a Quark ring world. The first view of the landing area confirms beyond a doubt that this is a Quark ring world, not just an imitation of one. The interior architecture is unmistakable, but no Quark are present here. Only the three species of the coalition. Soon after you land, a delegation approaches your ship again, one of each species, but these are wearing golden circlets around their heads. The circlets are not merely decorative, but seem to contain some electronics as well. Again, the centaur speaks first. To our territory, to welcome you, we are glad, they say. The beetle says, with our people you may mingle, the beauty of our culture you may experience. The spider adds, our people and yours perhaps one day may trade. Perhaps one day the humans, our great and free coalition, may join. Huh. Tell me more about your coalition, or is this a Quarg ring world? I know it's a Quarg ring world. Where are the Quarg? I don't really want to know. I think these guys ate them. Uh, they're certainly, I mean, if they beat the Quarg, good on them, but holy smokes, they got some serious weaponry and they're not selling it in their outfitters. Tell me more about your coalition. The centaur says, like you, our three species once by the Quarg were ruled. The Quarg rule us? But with each other connections we made. An alliance was formed, and the oppressors we drove away. For 6,000 Earth years now, in prosperity and freedom from Quarg constraint and in friendship with each other, we have lived. Quarg don't seem that oppressive. How did you defeat the Quarg? The spider says alone no species all skills or all knowledge possesses, but when our abilities we combine, powerful we may become. That the reason is that the Quarg of all species in isolation keep. I suppose you may be right about the Quarg, or but the Quarg do let the humans and the High make contact with each other. Do I really want to bring the High into this? I don't think so. I suppose you may be right about the Quarg, I guess. You talk with them for a while longer and learn that the centaurs are called saurids and are the oldest of the three species. The beetles are the Kimek and come next, and the spiders are called Arachi and were the last of the three to discover spaceflight. They tell you that the best way to learn more about them is to visit their worlds and to see for yourself how these three species live in friendship and equality. They also offer to give you jobs to do in their territory so that you may become a valuable contributor to their society. So, if we do enough of these jobs for them and we explore enough of their society, then we can buy their outfits. So this is fine. It's just missions that we're going to take, and it's all good. It's profitable and interesting missions generally. So the only job available here at the Ring of Friendship is interpreters. Clear the heckin' gone to Teb's table, which is somewhere way out here. Notice that there's no timeline on this. So it's 11 agents for 175,000 credits. So we're going to accept that. Um, but we're also going to look for places with outfitters. Looks like Silver Bell is the farthest outfitter that we can see. And there are two ports there. This looks like a space station called Periaxal Circuit and Chosen Nexus, a planet. So we'll go to Chosen Nexus where they are looking for electronics. Do our trading here. And we're going to buy electronics. We only got like 80 that we aren't making a profit on, so we'll work with those. Spaceport, nothing. Enough money for my first ship I didn't have, so a loan from House Plumtab I took. Read the interest rates a bit better. I should have. Yes, always a problem. Everything here is going to go in fast speed because there's no need for combat. If we do run into combat, it'll be against those stupid uh, leeches that they have. Um, so let's look at the outfitter here, and let's get a look at what type of ships they have and what we're going for. So transport ships, they get all the way down. These are all smaller. The Sarid Runabout, Sarid Visitor. They don't have that great a shielding. They don't haul that many. I mean, Kimek Thistle is 78. It would have been nice when we were just building up. Kimek Spire is what we're going for. The Kimek Spire can hold 296 crew, uh, armed appropriately, and maybe with some additional crew. That's enough to defeat a Korath ship. Also, their freighter, they have the heavy freighter, their Arak Hulk, which holds 668, very close to the same cargo space as the Geochorus, but is significantly faster and better and turns better. You can see the difference. 186 maximum or 106 maximum acceleration, 72 maximum turning for the Geochorus, and 252 acceleration and 100 for the Arak Hulk. Um, and they're comparably priced, 13 million. Although money is no object for us because we have 89 million credits stored up. The RX Hulk even has more weapon capacity and engine capacity, which of course explains why it's a little faster. Um, and then there's the utility ships, which I really like their utility ships. Uh, the RX Hulk also has 13,800 hull, but only 5,700 shields. They do really well with a um, large shield, a large, what do they call it? Uh, let's go to the outfitter. They do really well with a large systems core. Yeah. Um, but the Sarid Sojourner, uh, it doesn't have that kind of hull or anything. So definitely an RX Hulk and a Chemex Spire. We're going to swap those out for sure. Um, and since we have 8 jump drives, we'll just keep having 8 ships. We'll swap out the high versions. So trading here, we made some monies and job board. Lots of jobs. Good. All right. What do we have? The transfer to Belug's Plunge. 43 workers. Workers to the Ring of Friendship. Let's take that. Workers to the Ring of Friendship. Construction materials by a delivery date. No, thank you. Volunteers to the Ring of Friendship. Supplies to the Ring of Friendship. So a bunch of jobs to the Ring of Friendship. What's out here to Melba's Potion? 39 tons of diesel oil and 4 pillars, 35 tons of school supplies. Out here, rush delivery to Kai Patek Ka. And 13 volunteers. Let's take these 13 volunteers as part of the interspecies exchange program to Ashy Reach in the 3-axis system. And we will do that. We don't know what they need, so all we can go by is what's cheap here. What's cheap here is low, 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 and low. So here we go. And there we are. There's Ashy Reach. It's the only planet. It has an outfitter, so we can buy another map. Drop off the settlers on Ashy Reach. A few minutes later, you receive a transfer of 146,000. Let's go to the spaceport. A Kimek in a blue uniform approaches you. Good day, Captain. Interested in helping with some charity work, would you be? Sure. What sort of charity work? Very prosperous many Kimek worlds have become, but still lagging behind a few of our planets are, she explains. Very poor the people of Fourth Shadow are, and many amenities such as computers and communications they lack. To help them, our more fortunate want and offered up many supplies they have. In need of captains to transport them to Fourth Shadow, we are offer 44,000 credits for your assistance. She finishes looking at your ship. That's fine. I'd be glad to help you have the supplies loaded on my ship. Her mouth produces something of a chirping, clicking sound. Grateful I am, Captain. Be able to pay you as well as some other jobs we may not, but know that helping many you will be of. That I assure you I do. She signals to some workers with similar uniforms. In a few minutes, they bring the cargo on your ship. She explains that more of her colleagues are already on Force Shadow working with more captains and suggests you look for them when you arrive. She thanks you again and wishes you a good trip to Force Shadow. So let's look at the map and see where the heck this place is. It's clear out here. Oh, that's fine. And they need 15 tons of scratch resistant chitin polish paste to Fourth Shadow in this 3 spring rising system. Sure, we'll take that. And what other jobs we got here? A transfer to vibrant water, which is clear out here. 30 workers. Bulk cargo to glittering ice. No, I don't want to deliver. Workers to the Ring of Friendship. We'll take that. We're not going to take. Okay, workers to the Ring of Friendship. Volunteers to the Ring of Friendship. Volunteers to the Ring of Friendship. And supplies to the Ring of Friendship. So, bunch of work to the Ring of Friendship. Kimek to Ogmir's Station. Let's take that one to get back to that side of the galaxy. And oh, what's this? Clear out here. Bulk cargo to Remote Blue. 101 tons of processing units. Let's take it. Okay, so now we're going out to Fourth Shadow in this 3 spring rising system where they need heavy metal. And we're going to sell all the things that made us money, and then we're going to buy heavy metals, which are high here, but higher there. And we already bought a map, so let's depart. Just 2 jumps. Nice thing about jump drives, bypass a lot of hyperspace. You drop off the scratch-resistant chitin polish paste on Forest Shadow. You find the local charity workers and they begin unloading the supplies. When they're about done, you receive a transmission from the Kimek who gave you the job. Grateful for your services, I am, Captain. As simple to you as the job may seem, a great help for those in need these deliveries are. Contact you again, we shall, if interested in helping more you are, she says. Once the workers are done, they hand you 44,000 credits and move the crates to a building where the Kimek are lining up to receive the supplies. Other workers continue to unload more cargo from arriving ships. So let's go to the spaceport here. As you make your way through the spaceport on Force Shadow, a Kimek in blue uniform sees you and approaches. You recognize her as the charity worker who had you deliver some supplies to the poor Kimek world of Force Shadow. Again, we meet Captain Gremlin. In some more charity work, are you interested? I'd love to. What do you need me to do? An even ever colder world into white is. Left the planet many have, but wish to abandon their homes. Lots of Kimek there do not, she replies. Lacking proper winter clothing for the harsher weather many are, and led to many job losses the snowfall has. So delivering various coats and warm clothing pieces we are. She slowly raises up one leg, struggles for footing with her other five, and waves to a group of other Kimek with the same blue uniform. They come to you and she continues, unsuited for such cold climates we Kimek are, so fall to illnesses many on into white also do. Agreed to help them these fine doctors have, she says, pointing to the five Kimek doctors, who all greet you briefly with nods and some leg movements. Received more incentive funds we have, so as thanks for your continued assistance, paid more than last time you will be. Help compensate you enough for how much this helps. 132,000 credits hopefully will. I gotta start condensing these. So they bring 39 tons of charity supplies, 5 Kimek doctors. Kamek Omechu wishes you a safe trip into White and moves on to speak with some other captains. So we got our trading done. Let's look at the job board and see where they're sending us. They're sending us to 5 winter above in Into White. And Kimek to Bank of Blugtad, 36 for 766,000. We'll take that. And this is another job to Ogmar's siphon in the Ablodab. And this job is to Silo of Ablodab. So there's multiple planets there. Uh, 2 jobs to cadets to Bellig's Plunge. 26 and 23. We can take those. And then 34 volunteers to the Ring of Friendship. 241 tons of construction. 57 tons of supplies. 53 tons of supplies. And so we'll wend our way back to the Ring of Friendship after we stop at Winter Above. I'm not going to go to the spaceport there because I don't need that job. 150 for luxury. Buy all luxury. And here we are in Into White. More blue uniform workers. Take the crates. 132,000. Thank you for your help. Look for them in Chemic Worlds if you wish to continue helping. So I'm going to sell that. Look at the job board. Another one to Kemet to Bellows Plunge, and 42 workers to Ring of Friendship. Now that's pretty much all the workers I can carry. So let's go to Bellows Plunge. And they need food, 384,000. So we will take food. Just thought of something. The doctors methodically pack up their equipment and leave your ship from their lack of urgency. It appears that this is a routine event, not a crisis. Oh, these are the doctors that I'm taking to Felix Plunge. A few minutes later, 242,000. Drop off the cadets, 320,000. Drop off cadets, 363,000. So moving people around is very profitable in uh, coalition space. And do we have another job to? Nope. Oakmar's stipend. Oh, we have one here to Bank of Blugdud. 72,000 by the 13th of June. I don't think I can make it. So let's look at what we got. Ring of Friendship, 49 workers, uh, 19 workers, 15 workers. We don't have space for them. Transporting one candidate for elevation to the rank of Heliarch, and a shipment of 66 tons of supplies. So we're going to get paid a lot going into the Ring of Friendship, where they need metal. Drop that, drop that, drop that, drop off the volunteers, and drop off that, good payment, good payment, good payment, good payment, drop off workers. All right. That was like $3 million worth of jobs all going there. And it's this job out at 10 Pole, hauling garbage, 42 tons of junk. Sure, let's do that. Yes, I know we haven't mapped to that system yet. Let's head over in this direction. 4 Helix agents to Pelubta Station in the Pelubta system. Yes, we'll take that job, but first we'll go to silo of Ogmer's Siphon in the Abeladub system. And the only thing that's very low here is electronics. So we'll buy a lot of electronics. Looks like there's 3 planets: Guardian Array, Ogmer's Siphon, and Silo of Abludub. None of them have outfitters. You drop off the settlers. Good. So none of them have outfitters. What do we have in jobs? Transfer to Double Haze. Clear the heck out there. 8 doctors to address an outbreak. Gotta be there quick. 194, 114, and 52. Really not that valuable jobs. Transfer to Double Haze is almost $1 million. There's 48 workers. Arachi to Deep Treasure. 44 Deep Treasure. That I can do. And so let's head, what's this one? 44 tons of brass rings. Let's head out here. Actually, let's head here. And nothing here is very low. So we'll have to rely on just low. All right, and this is the Bank of Blugtad, dropping off settlers. They also have a shipyard, which looks like just Arak things and maybe a few runabouts. They have an outfitter, and we can buy their local map. Trade, win some, lose some. Job board. Transfer to Celestial Third. 2 million. 109. Yep, I think I'll take that. And government pays their transport free to Sandy 2. Clear out there. Wow. That's not enough. What about these? I'm already going to second pole, second rows. 23 tons by July 2nd, and this one is not a timed trip, so no, I'm not going to do that. So I've taken all the non-time specific jobs, and let's go to take these interpreters to Tell Tub's table, 11 of them. Let's see what's out there. Still exploring this space. Oh, and let's go to the spaceport. You see some Iraqi talking among themselves in the spaceport, occasionally glancing at and pointing at you. One of them finally comes to you and says, "Greetings, Captain. Interested in performing a cargo mission for us, are you?" She tells you that they are a cooperative of Arachi ranchers, explaining that the safety and health regulations for their business, long cow ranching, were recently updated and that they need someone to pick up the newest antibiotics for the cattle on new finding in the answer system. A jump drive you have, so get them faster and allow us to resume business faster, you would. Sure, you found the person for the job. I'm in. The other Iraqi come over to thank you after she signals to them. Explain that after you've picked up the antibiotics in new finding in the answer system, you'll have to drop them off on Corral of Mebleman before wishing you a good trip. All right, so I already got the map. Let's see where I'm going. Now this is a timed job. Is it? Pick up 7 tons of long cow antibiotics and deliver them over here. No, they didn't. There's no time basis on it. So let's still go out here. And this is Telutub's table. Drop off the interpreters. Trading didn't work out so well. Job board. 16 tourists to Saros, 36 tons of Chemek produce, 34 tons of processed frass fertilizer. I know what frass is. And let's take these interpreters down here. Drop off the interpreters. Trading. I don't want to go to another spaceport yet. So now we can jump over here to pick up those potions. Let's see if there's any jobs. 109 workers to Celestial Third, 18 workers to Celestial Third, and 37 tons of stainless steel to Celestial Third. Yes, I can take those. Alright, so let's go over here and get our 7 tons of long cow antibiotics. The dock workers load 7 tons of long cow antibiotics, verifying you've been hired. Bring them to Corral of Meblamum, where 7 tons, where they will pay you 421,000 credits. That's pretty good for 7 tons. All right. Space. While walking around the spaceport, you notice one of the Sariad workers that were refilling your ship is quickly galloping somewhere, only without his uniform, as if his ship has just ended. He meets up with another Sariad and starts looking at a map with her. Approach them. They pause their map gazing and introduce themselves as Interi and Honoris, a young couple who are looking to move out of New Finding and build a home they've always dreamed of on another world. Only in need of money for that we are, Interi says. Worked in a ship as a crew member, I did, before I decided to stay here and work on ship repairs and maintenance, I had. Much too far away, his old job took him, and well-paid crew members are not, Honoris says, bringing up the map again. Offered a job in Starlit University on Shadow of Leaves, not too distant, and higher pay it offers. Transport me there, would you, Captain? Once ready our house is, pay you we would. Of course, I've just come to my ship when you finish prepping your luggage. Everybody enters the ship. Okay, we're gonna take them wherever. Hopefully they marked it on the map. And now we have to take our long cow antibiotics clear down here. So let's do a transfer to Long Garden first. We don't know what they need. So very low. Lots of very low stuff here. So good. Into Far Garden. Drop off the workers. Lo and behold, they have a map. Where'd it go? There it is. Buy. And, oh yeah, I was going to do that. Trading. Everything makes a profit. EA team. I love it when a plan comes together. Job board. Let's get rid of these long cow antibiotics. So what do we got out here? Going to 10 pole. Team of 10 doctors. 19 doctors. but it's a timed basis, and I don't want to do that just yet. Uh, what else we got that's closer? Pays well. 5 tourists will pay you to take them to Bank of Blugtad for. All right, we'll take that one. Submission. I know what they need. They need food or. Oh no, they need luxury goods. 432. Yeah. Let's take that. First, thank you. EA team. Job board. Now we're close enough to deliver our long cow antibiotics. What do we got here going out to Celestial Third? That's timed. And to 10 pole. That's not timed. That's good. Okay. I do want to stop at Silver Bell. I have a plan. Let's drop off our long cow antibiotics first. I already have the map from here, right? Yep. One quick jump. A Heliarch agent contacts you soon after you land and says, in many useful ways among us you have been working, the Heliarchs you should partition, and your rights and status among us they may elevate. This is what we need to be able to buy ships and stuff. So return to the Ring of Friendship and petition the Heliarch rulers there. You're paid 421,000 credits when you land, but as you help the research ranchers unload the antibiotics, they say something's off. Only 6 tons of antibiotics we requested. That extra ton surplus, ours is not. She goes away for about 10 minutes to contact the lab workers. She jokes with the other ranchers before talking to you, mixed up the cargo they have. His own long cow ranch on nearby Jade in the 5 summer above system, a cousin of mine has, she says, sent along with my own. His batch of antibiotics was. They contact the cousin in question and ask that you transport his own part to nearby Jade in 5 summer, where he will pay you 193,000 credits. That's great. Where is that? Look at this. It is clear over here on the other side of the bloody map. All right, so we got to contact the Heliarchs to get uh, uh, elevated status to get our coalition license. So we're going to go pretty much straight there. I'm going to stop in Silver Bell. And I should have done this first when I went there. Go to Chosen Nexus. And let's go to the outfitter and let's take all this stuff we have in cargo and just store it here because we're coming back here to buy our ships to do our swapping. So why are we carrying all this stuff with us when we could just as easily have an extra 200 tons of um, capacity? All right, 17 tons of depleted. Yeah, but they want it by a particular time. Okay, let's go here. All right, drop off the volunteers at the Ring of Friendship where they're met by a Heliarch agent. Let's get paid for all our jobs coming in here. All right, once again, when you exit your ship, you're met by a member of each of the coalition species. Told we have been that among us, with great diligence and commitment, small tasks you have performed. Those who in our society's prosperity have invested with our society's technology may be but trusted, but like all civilians, even citizens, to you are weapons and warships we still cannot sell. I understand that. Thank you. Apparently nothing is for sale here, but other worlds will have goodies for you, and they do. Let's go back to Silver Bell, Chosen Nexus, and buy some ships. Finally. This is why we came here to this section of space. All right. Let's go to the outfitter first and take everything we want to keep off of these. We want to keep a tractor beam, the mortar anti-missiles, the bullfrog anti-missiles, quantum keystones, the jump drives, system cores, and scanners, radar jammers, phantom pallets, fuel processors, fuel pods, because they don't sell those here, Briggs, luxury accommodations, barracks, engineering room, fuel tanks, limit breakers. We don't care about the batteries here, but we do care about the power because their power modules are not that great. I mean, they're fine, but and then we're going to keep, I don't think we need to keep any of their engines because uh, we have good options here. So, but we definitely want to keep all of our pulse rifles, thermal repeater rifles, security station, antique rifle, blaster pistol, dual pulse pistols, ion flashbang, sniper rifle, drone hacking manual, subsidiarial plushie, and look, we got a new license. We got a coalition license down here. All right, so then we're going to sell those two ships. Sell 9 million, and we're going to buy a Chemex Spire. Buy Forge Starship. Starship. That's kind of meta. And Heavy Freighter, the Auric Hulk. By Duchess, Sophia, or Regret, Mysteries, Aurora, Prime, Martian, Athena, Words, Piercer of the Pony, that's creepy, Worlds of Light, Pinecone. We'll call it Pinecone. I like that. All right, so now we can configure our starship and our Pinecone outfitter. The things in common that we want to get rid of, the hyperdrive, and install those. Want to get rid of all their shield modules and their repair modules. Going to add fuel processors to both of them. We're going to add fuel modules to both of them. And we're going to add limit breakers to both. We'll deal with the power individually, and we'll deal with the other stuff individually. So let's go to the Chemex Spire. It has 4 turret mounts. So I'm going to put on 2 Warder anti-missiles and 2 Bullfrog anti-missiles. And I'm going to install, Quantum Keystone and a medium system core. That gives me 186. So I'm going to add, they really don't have great, so we'll stick with that for now. Cooling, I think we're okay there. Cargo scanner, yes. Install outfit scanner, all the scanners. Radar jammers, not sure of yet. Phantom pallets, yes. That leaves me with 63 tons. I have 1,400. That's enough for 7 jumps. We'll see how much I have left. Brig install, luxury accommodations install, barracks install, engineering room install. Now, power. Right now it has a completely solar, which is actually, their solar is pretty good. But I think I want one of those. I think I want to use my geode reactor, and I think their large battery module, which is provides 23,000 for 18, is plenty good. So that leaves me with 14. What have I got? Do I need 2 giant reverse modules? No. I Let's install all of these. Install our security stations, because we're going to need all the defense we can get when we try to capture these Korath ships. And what do we got for steering? Okay, so let's sell all of these modules, and let's look at installing lunar class thruster and lunar class steering and a meteor class bow drive. That then gives us 44 left. So 5, that gives us 19. So 1, 2, there we go. 203, 420 maximum, and reverse should be good. All right, now I'm gonna, instead of having bullfrog anti-missiles, keep those in storage. No, I think I'll have those. All right. That doesn't look too bad. I got 32 left. And I need some cooling. Just one should do it. Okay, 1,400. Uh, let's add a second fuel module. That gives us 1,800 fuel capacity. That's 9 jumps. Now we're cooking with gas. 9 jumps. Okay. Chemex, the Iraq Hulk, has 4 turret mounts: water anti-missile, a tractor beam, and a bullfrog anti-missile. quantum keystone. We're going to give it a large systems core so it can regenerate very quickly. We're also going to give it a, let's see, what's it got for power? Large collector module, large and a small battery module. It really doesn't need 1,000, does it? Won't hurt it, but that takes up a lot. Let's do there. Plenty of power and fuel. 1,800. That's 9 jumps. All right. And it needs thrusters. So 125 is available. So we're going to do Bondier steering, Byru thrusting, and we'll do a tons of outfit space. And a small thrust module. Good. Okay. Outfit space. That large system core really takes it up. Okay. Let us do this. Let's install 2 Bullfrog anti-missiles, a single Warder anti-missile, and a tractor beam here, and install 1 Bullfrog anti-missile and no, that doesn't work either. 20. Let's install there we go, some small reverse modules. All right, now let's look at our other ships. And we'll take these in bulk as one. We're going to take all of our jammers down. Going to take all of our fuel pods down, all of our storage tanks, and we're going to have an extra fuel processor. We're going to put 3 outfit expansions on each of them. Going to get rid of all their batteries. And we're going to go with just the large battery module for now from these guys. And all right. Yeah. We're going to install fuel modules in each of them, and 1900. That's enough for 9 jumps. All right. And taking them all, filling the outfit expansions, and let's look at them individually. So 1900 has 14 outfit space free, has good cooling, and good power. All right. Uh, has good cooling, 3 outfit space free, but has a good on that, good on that, has a single outfit expansion. Power looks good, and it could handle another small thrust module or small steering module, but I'd need to add some outfit expansion, which no, I'm loath to do that. Actually, let's do this. Let's install cooling modules from these guys because we got plenty of power. Because we got an Armageddon friggin' core. So we'll install one of their cooling modules. That gives us 12. That lets us install 10. Lets us install the small steering module. Yeah. All right. This one, 1800, perfect. Has 4 left, so that's good. Yep, that all looks good. This is the one with the medical. Yep, okay. 12 left. Cooling looks good. 1900, that's fine. And that's good. 1900. Cooling looks good. Got plenty of outfit space. So let's uninstall that and install a large shield module from them. What's that do for power and cooling? We're good. All right, and this one has the large, so we should be good. Cooling looks good. 1900 is fine. There we go. All right, that looks good. Now, our Chemex Fire, we wanted to add some thing to it. I'm going to take the luxury accommodations and the brig out of my flagship, and I'm going to put in a high corundum regenerator, which now gives me 228. Good. All right, I like that. And here we have how much free? 29. Let's add our luxury accommodations and our brig. And that'll be good. And then we can sell one of these outfit expansions. All right, so let's sell all our outfit expansions. And let's install all our large radar jammers, one of them, and let's install all our small radar jammers. All right, so we got some stuff left over. What do we got in the storage? 2 Bullfrog anti-missiles. Those are replaceable. Small heat shunts. Yeah, those. Let's clear out some cargo space. Sell. Outfitter. Let's put those in cargo. Large heat shunt in cargo. We can get more radar jammers. Fuel processor in cargo. We can get more fuel tanks. And we can get more asteroid class thrusters. All right. So there we go. We have our fleet. We have a couple jobs to finish here, so let's do those. We can make it all the way to 5 summer above with jumps now, which is nice. We don't know what they need, but there are many things low priced here. So buy, 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 sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy. Weird. Okay, here we go. With our new flagship. Time for a new formation. Let's go with a square. I don't like the Auric Hulk leading that. So let's go with something else. VLC. No. X. X stable. Atomic. And circle. I like circle. All right. Let's make the jump. run into must have been some of those leech things. You land and meet up with a cousin of the corral of Meblumum rancher, and he pays you 193,000 credit. Mix up our batches due to our family name. The doctors always do, he grumbles as the antibiotics are being removed from your cargo hold. Looks like we mainly got profits, so we'll take those. Job board, 10 pole, and just a couple more jobs and we're almost done here. We don't know what they need at 10 pole, so, but it's very low to buy things here. So we'll see if we make any money on these. And pull, second rows, drop off raw pitch blend, drop off sports goods, and the exceptionally smelly waste at the recycler. We made a little money. All right, job board, 14 pole. I don't know how to get there. What do we got coming back? We got Silver Spring, Deep Treasure needs avocados by the 10th of August. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to make it, guys. Sorry. Bulk cargo to refuge of Belgut, transfer to stronghold of Flugaboo, Kimmig to Ogfur Siphon. Well, those would both be worthwhile. Transfers and Kimek to Ogmer Syken. That's about it. All right, so let's go up here and see how to jump to 14 pole. And let's buy some foods and some luxury goods. And there we go. Drop off processing units, go to the shipyard, get a map. Outfitter and trading. Made money on one, lost money on the other. That's fine. All right. Finally, go back here to Celestial Third, where they need luxury goods. That was nice. And now off to Deep Treasure. Notice I'm not going to the spaceports because I don't want to get involved in anything here. There's a couple very long storylines out here. And I got what I wanted done. I got my more survivable freighter and my much larger assault ships. And what have I got here? Got what's acquiring funds? Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's take these guys to their new home. leaves. Anaris thanks you for bringing her here and apologizes for not being able to pay right away. But yeah. Whenever you can pay me, that's fine. I'm not in this for the money, even though I do have 83 million credits now. Let's jump across here to Flugaboo. No idea what they need, but a couple things are very low here. So let's try those. Drop off the cogeneration module parts, drop off the workers. Let's get a map. Yay, team. All right, and we made monies. One more job in coalition space, and then we can decamp back to Glaze or sell all those ships we captured. Ogbur's Siphon. Drop off settlers. And that should be it for jobs in coalition space. We have added quite a bit to our map, have we not? Alright, we are going to jump into Glaze. Alt-Bond system, where they need, looks like metal. I'm going to leave some space and I'm going to hire 100 crew. I don't need a full 300 bunks full. Back in free world space. Alright. What do we got here? Some ships we captured. Let's sell them. Is there any tech that we wanted to buy here? Ooh, energy cannons. I like energy cannons and energy cannon turrets. They're not actually as powerful as laser turrets, but I just like the way they sound. Two and all right. And as far as the turrets, who has three? This guy has three, and that causes problems with having an outfit expansion. Who else needs a big outfit expansion? Well, this guy, because he has three. So sell one of those and give an energy cannon turret instead, and sell the bullfrog anti-missile and get two energy turrets instead. And then we can sell that lousy outfit. Yeah, that's the ticket. All right. Okay, now we got all that tech, so let's see what jobs we've got. Broken jump dive delivery, frontier report, crippled Pavlorette bounty, keystones. Oh yeah, they want 50 keystones. They're going to pay us millions. Frontier report, which is tell us what's going on in cyclone in strong stormhold. That's about it. So we're pretty open. So what we want to do here is we want to go out here to Poseidos and do a simple transport job, cargo job. Drop off your cargo, and then we're going to go to the spaceport. As you walk through the spaceport, a woman in a militia uniform approaches you. Are you Captain Gremlin? There's a pirate fleet that has attacked freighters in the sector. They've moved outside of free space. I'd like to take them out. We're looking to enlist the help of a merchant captain. Yes, I'd be glad to destroy them for you. Excellent. They call themselves the Rat Pack. Their ships are named after various vermin. Last seen in the Saginas system. All right, I know where that is. So let's head to. Oh, a fleet of marauder ships has been attacking. So we'll look for them. They're on one of two ways, two places. The Rat Pack is somewhere over Saginas, over here. In one of these uh, three uninhabited worlds connected to Saginas, I think. Or four that are near it. Let's see if we can find these marauders, though, first. And we have another job in the area. Shore break. 2 tons of. No, not really. All right, so let's see what they need in Zug because we are going to come back there when we capture these pirates. All right, let's try this direction first. There they are. No problems. Blow up. Firebird. Capture. Done. Quicksilver. Capture. Done. 520,000 credits. All right. So let's go over here to Saginas first. Some random hawk made the mistake of attacking us. Waiting for the rest of our ships to catch up. Clark has a spaceport or a shipyard, so that'll be good. Public authorities fine you 1,000,000 credits for having illegal outfits on your ship. I hate it when that happens. All right, one of these three has illegal outfits. 4.5 million, which is actually 3.5 million because somebody was carrying 29 capsules of nerve gas. That seems excessive. Oh, my goodness. All right. Not much else they had. So let's pay that fine. And let's look at jobs. Fleet of large marauder ships. Sizable warship posing as a merchant. I just don't take those. And family of 9 to Starcross. Let's take that one. All right. So we got Marauders, one of 3 directions, and the Rat Pack somewhere in here. Probably down here in Eber. Let's check up here to Alfeca first. There they are. This is the Marauders that were attacking Clark. A Wasp and a Hawk. And a Ferret, the Hawk. Oh, you know what? I think this might be the Rat Pack. The Stoat. And the Weasel. Rat Pack has been delivered. You can claim our bounty payment via team. Let's go down and see if we can find that Marauder group. Yep, found them. Oh look, they have a Marauder Falcon. Capture. And it blows up. Here we go. Alright, let's head to let's head to Zug. Sell these ships. Sell the Rat Pack. The Clooney, the Vixen, the Weasel, the Ferret, and the Stoat. That's funny. Alright, let's go to the spaceport. A young family of 3 is waiting around talking to merchant captains. From the looks of it, they're not having much luck. Approach them. Penny Little and Rosa Perkins. Young child is Eduardo. Take us and 2 tons of our belongings to Humanica. Sure. Quark planet. Sure, I can take you. Alright. And I got a bunch of stuff up here. Wyvern Station. I don't want to go to Wyvern Station. Alright, so Poseidos, and that's it. Alright, and then got a job here in Rust, but what's this one? 68 strike breakers to Oasis, 116 and nylon fiber to Oasis. Let's go to Oasis first. There's Oasis. Drop off our cargo and our people. Get paid. Go to the spaceport. You are approached by a pair of merchant captains, a man and a woman. The woman says, I'm sorry to ask this, but could you escort us to Solace in the FurCAD system by Thursday, October 2nd? We're carrying medical supplies to help victims of a recent disaster. We pay you 125,000 credits, a fair share of the delivery fee. They seem sincere, but you can't help but notice that they already have a couple of heavy warships. Seems like you already have some tough ships. The man responds, that may be true, but for the safety of my sister, I'd prefer some additional security, especially with pirates lurking. Sure, I'd be glad to help. Alright, so we may take a while, guys. Because where are you going? On in the fur cat. Oh, clear down here. Okay. Thursday, October 2nd. So that's almost a month. 20 days for this job, and no time limit on that one. So we can do that. Large marauder ships. Wanted criminal is about to enter this system. We'll take that, but I probably won't catch him. And what do we got here? Fidos. Yep. Okay. So here we go. We are going up here to there. All right. And we're going to Poseidos first, I think. Oops, I killed it. And it got away. Come on, guys, quit blowing them out of the water. Nope, destroyed it. All right, we did it. Man, it's just almost random chance. Blast your way into the ship, confine the fleeing criminal to your ship's brig. Time to deliver them to Starcross. Got him. I don't want any barbs. I don't have a way to capture to drive them around. All right, and let's see if we can find our horrendous. Nope, they're not there. All right. The militia off hunt down the rat pack. Now we won't have to worry about them. She pays you 200,000 credits. Be sure to tell other militia leaders how helpful you were. That is useful because that's part of the Free Worlds campaign, which is the main storyline in this whole thing. All right, we got to get this guy back over here. 74. Done. Let's go to the spaceport. Here we are. Wandering through the spaceport, you have stopped for a moment to read the menu posted in front of a restaurant when your thoughts are interrupted by the click of a gun being cocked right behind your head and a woman's voice saying, "Think fast, Captain." Oh crap, this isn't the good one. Do this karate move I saw in a video one time. That sounds like a good way to get shot. Let's not do it because we had a lot of trouble getting here. Raise my hand slowly into the air and find out what she wants. Good choice, she says. Now turn around slowly and don't try any funny business. I've got a automatic pistol pointed right at your head. Now try that karate move. No, turn around slowly. You turn around and find yourself, oh good, this is the right one. Find yourself facing a woman in a Free World's uniform. The chevrons on her collar mark her as some sort of officer. She's grinning at you. Beautifully done, Captain, she says. Such restraint, such remarkable level headedness, not something I often see around here. If this thing were loaded, quite a few backcountry rubes in the last few months would have had their brains blown open before I could even get around to recruiting them. She lowers the gun. You mean this was some sort of test? You're not trying to mug me? Or try that karate move just for kicks? Let me tell you this. I've never tried the karate move, but I've heard that not good things happen if you do, and it was too hard to get to this point, so I'm not going to do it. I need a civilian for some courier work, she says. Nothing illegal, at least nothing the Republic can pin on you. It just needs to be done by a ship that isn't flying our colors and by a captain who isn't going to scream death to all tyrants and go in with guns blazing the first time your cargo gets scanned. What do you say? I'm not sure I'm ready to pick sides in this war yet. Look, kid, she says, when I ask you to pick sides, when I offer you a mission that it's going to burn some bridges for you, I won't be sneaky about it. I'll tell you exactly what you're signing up for. What I'm offering you now is just a chance to get to know us and let us get to know you with no expectation. Heck, you can even run missions for the Republic at the same time. That sounds fair. I'll hear you out, or I don't like working with people who start conversations by pointing guns at my head, even unloading guns. That sounds fair. I'll hear you out. Speaking of out. Okay, here's the deal. We need some cargo carried from Glory to Skymoot. It's just medical supplies, no bombs, no contraband, but we'll load it onto your ship in the dead of night, trying our best to avoid any notice. But the reps have the sharpest eyes in the galaxy, so you'll get noticed anyway. And since anything done in the dead of night is likely to arouse their suspicions, you'll get boarded and searched. Meanwhile, the real cargo will have been loaded onto one of our ships in broad daylight and will pass through Republic space entirely unnoticed. I like the way you think. Count me in, or it sounds too shady. Doesn't sound too shady to me. I was hauling illegal wine all over the place. Great, she says, grinning even more broadly. My name's Katya Reynolds, by the way. Glad we'll be working together. She starts to walk away, then seems to remember something. One last thing. Some friends of mine on Glory, tourists, need a lift off that rock, and I owe them a favor. Would you mind saving 2 bunks for them? Sure, no problem. Excellent. I'm looking forward to doing business with you, Captain. That is the start of the Free World storyline. The Free World storyline has us going up here to Glory to pick up um, some supplies. And then we run all over the place, uh, and we get into a shooting war, and we get uh, super magic high tech, um, and uh, if you win, you complete that storyline. We get into a battle with aliens. We find out what's out here. Um, And if you survive all of this, then it's opens up some other storylines. So that's the main storyline of the game is the free worlds, and it is long. So I'm gonna leave it for starting the free world storyline next time. It's probably going to take as long as it's taken to get this far, but we have got an amazing uh, set of ships that uh, can get us what we need and where we need. We still have to go to high space and get 50 uh, quantum crystals to get paid too. So there's a lot going on back to remnant space, and you can actually do missions there and get a remnant license. And uh, then there's other alien races. So this is really just beginning for Blue Gremlin, and I hope that if you're tagging along, that you're enjoying it. I am. I love playing this game. Okay, that's it for today. Thanks.